gurus have been lying to you. I'm telling you it's based on experience as somebody who was kind of like afraid to talk to girls, right? You see, dating gurus tell you to play all these games with women, trick women. When she texts you, don't respond. Give her 4 5 hours. But you've done all these things. They give you quick results now, but guess what? The women come and the women leave. What does that tell you? That tells you that you've been playing the wrong game for the longest, right? Now, here today's topic is real men don't need game. You see, real men, right? They build a life in a way they build their lives in a way that women see their life and women want to be part of that journey. Women want to be part of that life. Now, to be very honest, women want to play the game. What that means is if she doesn't want to play the game with you, she's not going to play it, no matter how good you are in your game. That's why whenever someone says you didn't get the girl because you didn't have game, I'm like, bro, there are a whole more components than game, right? That's why I tell you this. It's best for you to build a life, right? Now, a woman or women wants to be part of, and that is what we're going to discuss in this video because there's some serious truth here I'm going to be dissecting. First of all, one, game is a short-term distraction, right? They tell you to pretend. Now, I'm saying this because ask yourself this question. If a woman is already into you, if she's already attracted to you in about a 7/10, would you still play that game? High chances no, right? Because what's the point? She's already interested in you, right? Game is a short-term distraction. And I know this for a fact because I wrote A and Z here. This A and Z are literally the names of two girls who have told me, bro, like, you don't have to do too much. Look at I won't call their names because to some extent, they kind of watch my videos on social media, right? I don't want them like knowing they're the ones particularly, but they get it. It was like, guy, why the fuck do you have to tell guys these things? Because my game is different. I'm already attractive. And it dawned on me that before, when I didn't get girls because I was missing some attraction components. Same thing with you, right? You're missing some attraction components. That is why you don't get girls. Because if you're already attractive, you don't need to run game anymore. Two, Z was like, Stone, you're trying too hard, right? To get her. Like, he already likes you, so there's no point playing all of these things. Well, that tells you that women are already aware of the game that you're playing. So your dating gurus, they use the game for you. They use the game on you because they are playing on your insecurities, right? Because they know that if they don't give you short-term results, guess what? People will think they are a scam. And that's the problem with today's world. Everybody wants instant gratification. Now, if you can hold off to yourself and hold on to the end of the video, I can guarantee you that if you follow all of these steps, you get to realize that game is actually not needed, right? And because, again, the very end of this video, I'll give you a slight misconception that most guys, even if I've coached them, they kind of miss the point, right? Two is, it distracts you from being him. It distracts you from being on your purpose because you're getting all these short-term results. There's a reason why a lot of these guys who have quick results, they struggle with long-term results because they've not come to realize that short-term gimmicks are a full-on distraction. It's like people who get rich in some funny schemes or something. What happens? They get rich short-term. In the long term, they can't sustain that wealth because they didn't build the character, they didn't build the identity. So I'm telling you this, that if you become him, right, guess what? Women will be drawn towards you. That is why I would always take A, right? I'm trying not to call her name in this video because she watches my video. That when A was like, bro, you're already attractive, right? You do realize that it's a different story for most men. And it made me realize that me becoming attractive, me making that choice to become attractive, changed the game for me, right? Also, the real game in life for you as a man is you leveling up. Because when you level up your what? Your Fs. When you level up your fitness, guess what? You're attracted, right? You level up your finances, you are more attracted. You level up your frame. It is you're a man who is assertive, you're dominant. You leveled up your attractiveness. How good do you fuck? What's your fame like? Do you have status, right? Fame and status, you get the point. So the bottom line is that if you begin to level up, guess what happens? Women will be drawn towards you because I tell guys that the dating scene is simple, right? Attract as many women as possible and take the ones that you want based on the ones you have attracted. It's basically that simple. If you're not attracting what you want, look at what you're using to attract them. It's that simple. So, bro, build the life that the woman you want will come into. Like that's in, for those of you who want to click off this video now, That is the best advice. Build that life. Because trust me, women see the life, or at least women, you have to realize that women use their imagination a lot. So what that means is when you're talking to a woman, she's already envisioning the life, right, that you are living, or she can live with you. If you can't see yourself living that life, bro, there's no amount of game that you will do. That's why I tell you, game, right? It's a short-term strategy. Focus on building your own life. Two, women get it already. Let's be honest. Women, they are very intuitive and they enjoy the games, right? They enjoy the whole thrills of it. They enjoy the emotions. But if it's the woman that you want, the woman that is quote unquote that every guy kind of like idolizes, the girl that you want a girl who would actually be with you, right? For you. That's what most guys want. Now, what that means is, even though she sees that you don't have the life that she wants, she's only tolerating you for the short term. But trust me, whether I like it or not, every guy wants that babe for the long term. Every guy in his right senses would always want that babe. Well, I mean that babe, I don't mean like this one, so the one that just wants the thrill of it. No. Everybody wants that you want your ideal babe, right? Trust me, you only get her if you build the life long term. You get her short term if you play the games, right? Which at the same time is a distraction to you. But to get her long term, when you build the life. So build the life through. Now, the one thing about game now is it tells you to fake it. And there's a particular saying that always comes to my head, right? And this saying goes like this. The saying goes by Joe Rogan. It says, become the man you pretend to be when you want to have sex. Do you know how crazy it is? Now, so many guys, this generation is focused on looks, focused on shallow stuff. It says, become that man. Now, the question now is, the games you're playing to get women short term, why don't you embody that identity? Why don't you move like that? Why don't you have the physique? Why don't you have the finances? Why are you faking it, right? Why don't you have the adventure, right? Because trust me, this video is going deeper on that. Now, confidence is calm. Confidence doesn't brag. Confidence doesn't have to show itself. And that's where women begin to sense your nice energy. That's where women begin to realize that, oh, this guy is different, right? This guy moves a certain way. And trust me, I've heard people tell that to me because I'm not talking about myself, because sometimes I tell myself, oh, I'm not an expert in dating. But my guys tell me, bro, at least you've gotten somewhere, right? Tell guys. And I'm here to tell you because I have nothing to sell to you when it comes to dating, right? All these things I'm telling you is for you to work on yourself. 3, chasing kills attraction. When you chase women, you kind of like put her on a pedestal. When you chase a woman, you put her on a pedestal, you make her think, that, oh, she's better than you. Now, that's a way, that in alone kills the attraction. Because whether I like it or not, if you ever notice what some dating gurus tell you, that women go after the men they cannot get, there's a very huge element of truth to that. Because for her to chase you, she must have seen some qualities in you already. That is why I tell you, build the life, become him, right? Women like to go after men that to an extent they really can't get. That's why if there's a room and there's a chick there with about 4 dudes trying to get her attention, the one dude who walks in with some kind of quiet confidence, mind you, confidence is calm. You walk into the room, right? You look at her, and this is where dating gurus get it wrong, because dating gurus will tell you the exact same thing. The difference is I'm telling you to become that guy, not to fake that guy. What that means is you walk into the room, right? You look at her, oh, you're attractive. Obviously, she's seen that for your eyes to be there, she's attractive, right? But you're not bothered because you're probably there in that room to have fun on your own. What that means is be a guy who has fun regardless. And trust me, women like that energy because it is not needy. It is not needy. When you walk into a room, you see a girl, you blink at her, and whether she comes or not, you're good. You're still having your fun regardless. Whether it's a bar or a club or a salsa dance, trust me, that energy says that, okay, this guy, right, is good. He's good with women. You know what? Let me see, because women like what other women like, right? And again, women like men that are interesting. Now, when you don't chase her, guess what happens? Your purpose comes first. Right? I tell you this, that as a man, there's basically no reason for you not to be on your purpose. There's absolutely no reason, because your purpose is your identity card as a man. It shows that you have put in the work as a man. So when your purpose comes first, guess what happens? You become that guy who establishes a frame in the relationship. Because this is very, very important, right? I see so many guys, they be on their purpose, they get into a relationship, and guess what? They go off their purpose. Now, this is where shit gets crazy because I'm like, bro, you do realize that your purpose made her attracted to you because when you're on your purpose, and this is even where it gets interesting, right? Some dating gurus tell you, oh, when a girl texts you, right, wait for 4 hours before you give a response, wait for 5 hours because she has to think you're busy. Guess what? Yes, the ladies will think you're busy. But what happens when she comes into your life, right? When she comes to your apartment, right, and she says that this guy is really not busy, he's just playing games. Guess what? She's out as fast as she came. That's where she loses the attraction because she has come to realize that you are full of shit, right? Again, that's why you will hear women say men are full of shit because you paint this imagination in their heads of what a high value man, a man on a mission. But when you come close to your life, right, when they see you in reality, they come to realize that, bro, this guy doesn't have anything, right? And trust me, I'll say that when it comes to what do you call it, attracting women, right? Women are supposed to complement your life, not to be the focus of it. Women want the men that can lead. You can only lead if you're already on your purpose, because your purpose gives you that drive as a man, right? Again, being on your purpose is one of the most masculine things you can ever do. So it gives you a drive, it gives you a frame in the relationship. Again, your mind is not focused on her, right? Again, like I said, since it's not focused on her, you're leading towards a destination. It allows her to be part of your story. She's like, oh, I like where that guy is going. And trust me, one thing you should do is never brag about ambition. Because I've heard some guys say things like, oh, I'm going to be rich someday, I'm going to be a billionaire someday. It's like, all that shit is childish. All that shit smells insecurity, right? So what should you do? Like I've always said, right? Actively be on your purpose. Don't pretend, don't fake it. Be on your purpose. Again, it helps you to get rid of time wasters. Because trust me, no matter who you are, you always come across time wasters. And for somebody who is on his purpose, a time waster is somebody, right? Mostly women, who will see your life and they want to control your life the other way around. Yeah, so I guess why some guys will come into a relationship and they give up on themselves, right? They stop going to the gym, they stop leveling up financially because, bro, they've lost their purpose. Those are the time wasters. They'll come into your life, right? They'll probably offer you sex as a tool to control you. They will leave because they've come to realize that, bro, you can't be controlled. This is why this must always come first. And I'm speaking from based on experience. There are babes who will come into your life and say, I want to manipulate this guy. I want to control this guy. And if you let them control you because you are off your purpose, bro, you're fucked up, right? 5, be it. This is my entire message of this video, right? Be it. If you are it, you don't need to pretend. Be the person you pretend to be when you're trying to have sex. So what does that mean? Have an interesting life while being ambitious. Because trust me, women can literally sense the ambition of a view, right? You're on a date, right? You come on a date, and then before you know it, you're probably your phone is buzzing. You're present. Your phone is buzzing. What happens? Probably clients. Fuck it, ignore it, right? And for you, those could be actual clients. Those could be actually your team members texting you, or probably explain to her why you're not giving her a response because you're working what? You're up by 4 a.m. You're going to bed by 8, 9 p.m. You're basically telling her what your life is like. This is what I tell you, guy. In as much as you want to play games, right? Once in a while, invite women to see what your life looks like behind the scenes, right? That doesn't mean that you're boring. That doesn't mean that you only work. Have an interesting life, right? Have hobbies. What? Whether it's swimming, going out once in a while. Just have fucking hobbies because hobbies, they add a kind of taste, a kind of flavor to your life. If you can travel, if you can have expensive hobbies, go ahead, have expensive hobbies. But those hobbies, it tells her that, oh, this guy is not just about work. It's something spontaneous, something different about him, right? Then dating girls will tell you, again, like I've said, they'll tell you to fake it. Oh, high value men don't text back. So guess what? Don't text back on time. But why you're not texting back? Why aren't you working on yourself? Why aren't you getting the job done to level you up as a man? Why are you pretending? Instead of it, this is why, to be very frank, this mentality has got me to be a natural bodybuilder, right? Okay, I've stopped being a bodybuilder for now. I'm not into mixed martial arts. With time I was lifting weights, made me to not take any special ingredients. I rather eat whole foods and get the strength and the muscle I'm looking out for, rather than prioritizing fuller muscles. Because fuller muscles means what? What the fuck are you doing with fuller muscles? Is it practical? So again, that's based on your goals, your purpose. I don't know. Again, have intense fun, right? Have intense fun. But anytime I probably meet a girl and I say, you know what, I'm going for a swim, right? Can you swim? Trust me, a swimming pool is a very nice place to take girls to, especially when you know how to swim or you know how to play with her in the pool. Again, one thing you have to realize is there's a reason why advising guys is very tricky, right? Because I tell guys to, for every advice you get, understand why the advice works. One reason you should be very interesting as a man is women like to connect to that their childlike nature, right? But they cannot connect to their childlike nature if you're a guy who is uptight. If you're a guy who is, oh, I'm a boss, right? I'm ambitious, so I don't smile, I don't laugh, I'm a don. That's like a fucking drug dealer. No, calm down. Once in a while, be playful, right? Go for adventures, go to games on Arcade. And speaking of games on Arcade, right? I remember when I was trying to understand women, right? I remember watching a particular video because I too, I was in that stage watching videos until I came to realize that this shit is not giving me results. So I remember when they're talking about how to detect if a girl is interested in you or not. And one thing I came to realize is if she's interested in you, right, you don't need to do too much. What I'm going to is see those girls that tell you to take them to like massive restaurants, expensive places, prof, is a sign they are not really into you. Take it from me. Now, how I knew that was, there's a girl I was with, right? Bubbles. Shit. So, the first place we went to was an Arcade center. Arcade. And to her, she was like, that was the best experience she ever had. Again, what do? We played games. Went to a place, and trust me, to be very frank, I was there playing like a child, and she was there playing like a child. And when we were done with that Arcade, everything felt like we're primary school kids. And that's, in my opinion, looking back at it, something that I truly wanted to do. Again, that's why I tell you to at least have some fun in your life. Don't just be that boring dude, right? 6, have it. Have it means at least learn the game. Hold on. I want to check my battery level because I can speak for 20 minutes and not be tired. 6, at least have game. Why you're having game is because it's a dance, right? You're dancing with her emotions. Again, like I said, she's already into you, right? Your life already depicts what it is already. You're not pretending at the surface level. You already it. But we are learning game is because of women like to crave all sorts of emotions: anger, jealousy, shame, guilt. Shame. That came out wrongly, but I'm not entirely sure if I made the girl feel shamed before. But no, guilt, sad, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out comes because you are ambitious, right? And she's like, this guy's ambitious, he's always on his purpose. This guy's life must be interesting, right? It increases attraction. Now I tell you, if you want to play games, to be very frank, it's a very nice thing to have because I don't want this video to be a video that you go and watch and say, oh, Stone said, I don't need to have game. No. Game is interesting for you as a man, right? Because take it or leave it. Imagine this, right? You're the dude you want to be, right? And every woman you walked up to, you're like, lay down there, you're giving them commands like a general. At some point, it's become boring to you. Don't you have a life? Don't you have that childlike wonder or something, right? Again, it will increase. Again, it helps you as a man because it's fun. That's my point, right? It's fun. It's a nice thing to have. All I'm saying, at the beginning, look at the title. I said you do not need game, right? The keyword is that too many guys that say, oh, you didn't get the girl because you didn't have game. Okay, you got the girl, but you didn't get her to stay because you were not him. Right? That is why I tell you, the bonus point here, or the summary of everything, is for you to become him. Become that guy everybody wants to meet. Because here's the harsh truth: the dating formula is actually simple. Too many guys complicate it. These are the girls that you attract. These are the girls that you like, right? This is what you can date. I'm sorry, not who the fuck you are. So that means if you want to date more, attract more of what you like. If you are attracting women that you don't like, what that means is you are giving out the wrong signals, right? If you're not attracting enough girls, that's your problem. Everything I'm telling you that is within your control. What that means is, as a man, if you want to actually attract more girls, right, into your life, whether that's for short term or long term, become that man, and you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to think too much about it. So my name is Stone Oreye, right? If you like the idea you heard in this video, I'd like you to please go ahead and subscribe for more. And if you know a brother who you know that is trying too much to play games, he's getting distracted, girls come but he's being ghosted, he keeps complaining, you can share this video with him, because this idea changed my life. And shout out to all of the real guys out there who made me. Again, one last tip I'll give to you is this: is stop using social media to get dating advice. It doesn't really work for you in the long term. What you should do is, and I'm referring to my videos too, what you should do is this: look for guys in real life, right, who already have girls, right? I mean, these guys are successful and they have girls, preferably 5 years older than you. They'll tell you things that make sense and don't make sense. They'll tell you things that work and don't work. And trust me, you will not be left stranded. So my name is Tonoroye. If you like the idea you heard in this video, I'd like you to please share this video with someone, and go ahead, drop in the comment section. Have you had any experience in a situation where you didn't really need to use game, that your life just did it for you and became easier for you? Talk to you soon. Bye for now, brother.